Hello everyone, this is SaberWolf94 with a deck update for Nidoqueen. I've been meaning to showcase this deck again for a while. Ever since we were going to get the triple acceleration energy, I had this deck in mind. I wanted to update it, I wanted to use it again. I forgot to mention in my Nationals video that I uploaded yesterday, there was actually a Nidoqueen deck too, with Meganium and Swampert in the Nationals tournament. I don't know how well it did. Ours won't be as fancy. I'm using the Pidgeotto engine. I strongly believe this is the best way to run this deck. They just work greatly together. So let's go ahead and look at the Pokemon. Still the same. You gotta run your 4 Nidorans. 60 HP is decent enough. The art isn't the greatest, but it's the only Nidoran we have, I think. With Call for Family, this is a useful attack too. You can use this and get any basic Pokemon too and put it onto your bench. This deck is all about filling your bench with basic Pokemon and evolving them, so it's a useful little attack to have. We can use this if we open with Nidoran and play second. Okay, you gotta have your 1 Nidorina too for our stage 1. I would run more if I had the space, but space is quite an issue with a deck like this. It also has a good useful attack with Family Rescue. If we get the chance to use this, you can shuffle 5 psychic Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. So it's a great way to recover other Nidoqueens, Nidorans, what have you. I don't run Malamar in this deck anymore. The focus is going to be on the triple acceleration energy. We used to have a 1-1 Malamar line, but it's not that necessary. So yeah, just mentioning that you're not going to recover this guy, but you can still use this to recover the rest of the main Pokemon. And then of course the main Pokemon of the deck, the main attacker, and pretty much the heart and soul with Queen's Call, also helping us out a lot. Feel those evolution Pokemon, grab them and evolve into them. Nidoqueen here with 160 HP, very good when it comes to that regard. Power Lariat is the name of the game. You attach triple acceleration energy or DC and another energy, and you start at 10 damage, but you're going to do 50 more for each evolution Pokemon on your bench, so you can do like 60, 110, 160, 210, and even 260 with a full bench of evolved Pokemon. So you can easily take care of Stage 1 GX Pokemon, even take care of Stage 2 GX Pokemon and Tag Team GX Pokemon with Choice Band too. Like, this is before add-ons. You can do 290 damage total with Choice Band, and that's not even factoring in Shrine of Punishment. So it's very powerful. Like I've said, Queen's Call is also what really makes the deck work, the trademark of Nidoqueen here. You can grab any evolution Pokemon as long as it's not you can grab any Pokemon actually, as long as it's not GX or EX. So you want to get more Nidorans, more Nidoqueens, PGs, Pidgeotos, anything. So help you get that consistency going, help you get that setup. So once you get the first Nidoqueen out, she's going to help you get rolling, get the rest of the shit, and then start doing very high damage with Power Lariat. So this is the main attacker, the main card of the deck we're favoring. And then all we have left is basically a Pidgeotto line here. I've got my 4 PG here. I use this one with 60 HP and that you can do quick attack. There's one that allows you to draw cards too. I think it has like a collect, draw 1 card. But I believe it must have like 50 HP or something. I like this one better. Nevertheless, you don't want to ever be in PG for long. You want to evolve into Pidgeotto. This Pokemon with 60 HP is very good because of Airmail. This is basically like an Pokedex, the old Pokedex from DP. You reveal the two top cards, grab one of them, put it into your hand. So it's like you draw a card, but you have the option of the 2 cards from the top of your deck. Almost like an Acrobike. The only difference is you don't discard, you put it at the bottom. Very good. It's an evolution Pokemon. It's easy to get with Professor Elm, so we can grab this Pokemon quickly, evolve, get some consistency, draw and going, kind of like Zoroark GX in a way, while meeting the requirement for an evolved Pokemon for Nidoqueen. So it's just very good. I feel these cards work great together from Team Up. I also have 1 Ditto here. So this is basically for an additional basic Pokemon that can evolve into Pidgeotto. Even though I don't run Malamar anymore, it's nice to have like an extra like basic Pokemon that is Joker, just Jack of all trades, can evolve into Nidorina too. Because of the space thing, you can't have a lot of Pokemon. I just don't have the space to run other engines and stuff. So we only have like 9 basic Pokemon, which is a little on the low side. Normally I want to have at least 10 Pokemon in my deck, and that's like minimum. I usually want to have like 11, maybe even 12. 11 is the best amount for me. But 9 is kind of not so good, but we have no choice. So this is why Ditto is in here. Otherwise, we only have 8 basic Pokemon. I don't want to mulligan too many times and give my opponent free cards. So this can become a Pidgeotto. Maybe sometimes we're going to use a Rescue Stretcher. Get an additional Pidgeotto if one dies or whatever. So yeah, Ditto also can become like a Pidgey. Just a basic Pokemon that just serves this deck in its purpose to evolve into something. You don't want any basic Pokemon that's not going to evolve. This is why I don't have Jirachi or other cards like Tapu Lele and shit, because I do want, if I can do it, to have a max bench of evolved Pokemon and be hitting that 260 damage, even knocking out Tag Team GX Pokemon and Stage 2 GX Pokemon. So that's the point. The Trainer Skeleton is basically the same as the last time I showed you guys too. You got your 2 Field Blowers as techs. You've got your 2 Switches as techs. You gotta run them. You've got the Rescue Stretcher. This is gonna recycle usually a Nidoqueen, but maybe we can get like a Pidgeotto or something. Or just recover a bunch of Pokemon back in the deck. I did consider the possibility of running like a 4th Nidoqueen, because it's nice to have around. But it's a little too much. Normally you want to just use 3 and get knockouts on GXs. Just get like 3 GX knockouts and win. That should be good. You also want her to tank a hit if possible. You don't want to get her out and then she dies in one shot. Hopefully. But yeah, the Rare Candies is a standard tech. You need this to get to your Nidoqueens quickly. 3 Mysterious Treasure. This is also very good for this deck since we're running a Psychic Stage 2. We can grab the Nidorans, we can grab the Nidoqueens easily. There's no Malamar like I've said, but you still have a lot of important Pokemon to grab. The 1 Pokegear. Reveal those supporters. Normally you want to definitely reveal super early the Elms. Maxing it out in this deck. So this card is the card you want to see turn 1 or turn 2 if you play second. Get those basic Pokemon, fill as many of them as you can. Fill your bench if possible. And the great thing about this card is that since we're running the Pidgeotto engine, you can use this, get the Pidgeottos too next turn. So it's great. It's not like it becomes dead once you fill your bench with basics. You want to grab those Pidgeottos and then it's like you're adding 3. Then you can use 3 Pidgeotto Airmails, draw more cards. So it's very good. Works wonders in this deck. You gotta max it out. Like maybe if I was running like Tapu Lele and Jirachis and shit, that sort of consistency engine, it wouldn't be that necessary to run a maximum amount, like 4 of them. But in this case, we can't do it. Can't even run Tapu Lele because it doesn't evolve, and I also run the Shrines for sure. This is going to be our other way to stack up the damage counters on GX Pokemon. This is an anti-meta deck at heart, so yeah, can't run GXs. So Elm is very important. This is why we run Pokegear, but it can grab any supporter too. What else do we have? I think I covered most of the trainers. You gotta have the 1 escape board for the Pidgeottos. Get that sort of pivoting free retreat. It's nice. I mean, I would have liked to have a natural free retreater, but you can't do it in this deck. Can't have a stage 1 with free retreat. 2 choice bands. I would like to have 3, but no space, unfortunately. You want to slap this on Nidoqueen when you need it. Get that extra damage output. Get that 1-hit KO. It's all about that. And just the supporters, we already touched upon Elm. You still got to have your Lily, double Lily. Use that turn 1, 2, maybe if you can't use Elm, or if you got a bunch of Pokemon through the Mysterious Treasures. There's not even a nest ball in this deck. That's how little space I have. I had to max out the Elms. Lily is still pretty good though. Maybe use this turn 1, draw into have 6. Not bad either way. For Cynthia, gotta max her out. Erica's 2, very, very useful indeed. And I've got my Tate and Lizard 2, one of them. A good little draw card, and the switching effect can be handy too. Guzma, one of this guy to win you those games. Very good. Works great again for a deck like this with Nidoqueen. just target those GXs and get those big KOs. Nice, nice. And then the major change, I took out the NK Malamar line. I made some differences. I don't remember what else I took out, but basically I think I took out a few energies. The whole point is to run a maximum amount of this triple acceleration energy based on the triple boost energy. This is basically instant attachment. Nidoqueen can attack. So you want to attach this on Nidoqueen and get a big, humongous KO because it's going to get discarded after you attack. It's just very good. I've experimented with this. It's very nice. You can still use like Malamar if you want to and just not favor this, but I think it's just better to run triple acceleration energy. The card has proven itself. I knew from the beginning it was going to be great when I reviewed it. Great card. Between the DCs and I guess if you like put like a manual psychic attachment and then you put like, I don't know, attach psychic energy, then attach a DC if your opponent is playing kind of slow. You can attack that way too. So Nidoqueen is very flexible. Now that I think about it, looking at this deck, you don't even have to run psychic energies. You know, Nidoqueen can use any attacks. So if you want to run like some different Pokemon and you want to run some different energies, you know, you could if you wanted to. But I guess we're going with the psychics, the nice little silhouette SPN ones I have here. Perfect. But this is the deck, guys. It's just really simple. It's just basically making a few changes, removing the small Malamar Ancient and some other cards to put in the triple acceleration energies. And this deck is pretty good. I like it. You might want to favor the Meganium and Swampert one if you want to, but I like it this way. And I'm going to show you guys some matches too to prove to you that it's quite decent. Very solid deck. I like using this kinds of decks. So hope you guys enjoyed this deck update. I hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, and share this video with your friends. I've been SaberWolf94. Thank you guys for watching. What's up?